Hello, everyone. I'm going to give it a second and let folks sort of join in here. Imogen. Want a butt scratch? While we wait for everyone to join, do you want a butt scratch over here? We are in a very windy day, so I'm so sorry for the sound. If it is sounding windy, it is just because it's so much the autumn weather that the wild ducks who are on the pond are practically dealing with full-on ocean waves. But thank you everybody for joining in here. Our goal today is to spend some time with the turkeys. Imogen just walked away from me. But at the very least I've got Samira, who's also going to walk away from me. Hi, Sherry. Yep. Oh, hello from Clovis. Is Clovis a place or a person? I'm not sure. But hello. Karen, Lauren has not officially abandoned me. She is actually wrapping up a CAS Live right now. So she's doing a Barnyard to Boardroom event. Where she is joining a company in their company meeting and bringing some joyous goat time to them. So she'll be over for part of the virtual sanctuary, but it's going to take her a little bit. But it's actually going to be the last day of me and Lauren together for a little while on virtual sanctuary. But do not fret. Our friends and colleagues are going to join us as guests from time to time for the second half of November and December, because Lauren and I are taking alternating vacation time off. Hello, we've got some more folks joining us. Oh, Clovis, California. Okay. Got it. Thanks for clarifying. It is not the last virtual sanctuary, Heather. Do not fear, we have no plans to end virtual sanctuary anytime soon. I'm actually going to switch the camera really quickly here because we are in a different location. And hi, Tigger. Tigger, are you coming over? Hermione, are you coming over? No, I'm getting ignored, but we do have a little parade coming past, and we're about to be spotting. We've got Bartleby strutting his stuff as always. And here come Lonnie and Loretta. And a little bit of Beatrice behind there. There we go. Now Beatrice appears. And as always, bringing up the tail is sweet Mama Jackie. So they're just moving their way through. They're going to head back to the barn, and we are going to turn back to our bird friends, theoretically. Where did Imogen go? Oh, actually, Imogen is in the yard out here, so we're gonna grab her. Or, no, we're gonna grab ourselves and go over to her. Imogen, what do you think? If any time of year is the time for hugs, it is clearly cold weather season when you should be getting lots of hugs in here. I agree, Jess. It was one of the cutest parades. And Imogen, you should really be happy that you're the star of the show today. She loves being the star of the show, especially when it's not supposed to be about her. Yeah, we're getting a good little cuddle in here. She's actually grooming my jacket right now. Maybe it's the jacket. Maybe if you were watching last virtual sanctuary on Tuesday, you saw Arlo and Levi eating my jacket. Maybe it is actually the jacket that is just delightful to try and nibble at. So it is no surprise that are you checking my pockets? No, you're just grooming yourself. Okay. It's no surprise that we're hanging out with the turkeys right now. If you have any questions about our turkeys or Colorado babies that you want to ask us, leave them in the comments and I will answer them as best as I can. And we are actually going to be talking about a couple of interesting things that are going on right now. We've got from, it must be, okay, we're back. It must be Veronica who's writing, didn't one of the baby goats chew a hole in my cuff? And that is actually true. Arlo chewed this hole in my coat cuff on Tuesday. I noticed it afterwards. So he's truly a monster. Truly. Awful baby. He's not that bad. We love him. When you've got babies around, you just have to expect a few things to get ruined. Oh, Imogen's sitting. She's sitting right down on me now. I can feel just like the little weight of her chest pressing into my leg, which is very comforting. Who needs a weighted blanket when you've got turkey snuggles? No one. You only need a weighted blanket for when there aren't turkeys around. So it is, of course, the time of year when a lot of birds are being featured, not necessarily alive, happy, healthy, and safe and sound the way that they are here at a sanctuary. I promise you're safe and sound, my dear. But rather, they are being featured on people's plates. And so we want to make sure that we're bringing, at this time of year, into the spotlight our loved, super, super loved sanctuary residents. To remind folks of just what the individuals they really, really are, and to remind folks that we are able to live in abundance without eating all of these friends here. So you're for snuggling, right? That's what you're here for? No, you're here for yourself, but the snuggles are a plus. Am I getting a... is anyone else having buffering issues? Oh yeah, please tell me if you are having buffering issues. I hope it's not us. We're in a different location right now. So we are actually out closer to where our chicken barn is being built. When you saw the goat parade go past, you were looking at the pond. So we're winterizing the house that the turkeys spend all of their time in at the moment. But we moved them out to a different house for a little bit in order to insulate the house that they're in. So this is just a temporary vacation. They're not totally thrilled. It's a smaller yard than they are used to, and goodness knows all of the chickens in here love to adventure around. Okay, looks like we're not having problems with other folks, so that's good. I'm sorry that you're having buffering issues, Sherry. So where were we, Imogen? I don't know where we were at in my story. We're just talking a little bit about what is going on with turkeys and chickens right now, sort of poultry birds in the U.S. And I have a great story to help conceptualize this right now. It actually was this afternoon that Lauren gave me a little bit of a scare, and you're going to see where I'm going with this in a second, hopefully. So for those of you who have spent any time around me, you likely know that I have an incredibly strong startle response. Just cannot handle surprises at all. I will scream. And I was sitting in my car. I was looking down at some work on my lap, intently reading it, and Lauren walked up to my car, to a window that was behind me that I couldn't see, and she tapped on the glass, despite the fact that she knows me, and she is well aware, or should be well aware, of this startle response. What a terrible helper. And that's a little dig at her, but because we are now just each other's helpers at this point. But she tapped on the glass and nearly gave me a heart attack. So I screamed, of course. But I wear a Fitbit. So you are able to see when you wear Fitbits or other watches like that. You're able to kind of track your heart rate. And I could see on that my heart rate just shoot up over 100 because I was terrified. I was just beating really, really hard because I was startled. And so that's sort of your fast heart rate, right? Right now, in the United States, we measure not just heart rates in BPM or beats per minute. We also measure something else in BPM. And the other BPM that we often hear talked about is birds per minute. And this is a measure that is all about how many birds, like Ohana, like Imogen, are allowed to be killed per minute on one processing line in the U.S. Does anyone know, or do you have any guesses, what the current legal number is? And if you have a guess, leave it in the comments below. And we're going to talk briefly and also enjoy some turkey snuggles while we do that. We're going to talk a little bit about what is currently changing with that. And thankfully, Imogen is just tuning out and not paying any attention to what we're talking about here. Because this isn't a fun story for you, but I promise you're safe here. She's absolutely safe. Here, we're going to move this a little bit closer. So we can get a better view of Imogen's perfect face. Because you really are just a 100% perfect bird. Oh, we're going to get some under the wing scratches in there. Veronica is guessing 100. It is higher than 100, Veronica. So right now, the legal speed in BPM, or birds per minute, is 140. 140. If my heart rate ever gets up to 140, it's not a good thing. So right now, just one line of workers can kill 140 birds per minute. Faster than your resting heart rate by close to double, honestly, depending on what your individual heart rate is. And it is faster than your exercising heart rate a lot of times. A lot of us do not reach 140 beats per minute when we are even exercising. And this is a speed that is really, really difficult for me to imagine in terms of the number of birds, which is why I wanted to kind of bring it back to a comparison of, how fast our hearts beat. And 140 might change. It might be changing to 175. The USDA has been trying for years and years and years to get this speed to increase. And in the past, it has proposals to increase the rate of birds per minute who can be killed have been turned down, largely because of worker safety. In one of the most dangerous jobs in the country, working in slaughterhouses, increasing the speed would cause way more injuries than it already does, to speak nothing of the welfare of these beautiful creatures. But it might increase to 175 birds per minute. And it has already increased to 175 birds per minute in some slaughterhouses around the country. And we don't know what the results of that are. It's too early to know what it has done to the actual birds' welfare. and we don't get to know what it has done to... Oh, is Lauren sneaking up behind me again?
What do you mean again?
I told the story, Lauren.
Kaden is very easily surprised.
I am very easily surprised.
Dan, remember when we were just in our office and I just said, "Hey, Kaden," and you yelled?
I don't know if you could hear that. I don't know if you could hear what Lauren just said, but yeah, she said, "Hey, Kaden," once, and I screamed. This is nonsense. This is cute, Imogen.
Hi, chicken?
Lauren is getting all of the... Oh, yeah. We're gonna get a hug.
Chicken for me?
Lauren's getting all of the bird attention at the moment. They're like, is there somebody who may have brought in food when Kaden clearly failed at this? I know, Imogen.
Kaden, I'm so sorry.
We're just having a good little cuddle here.
Oh my gosh, is she being the best?
She is absolutely being the best. Such a reliable bird. We don't know what the effects on workers' injuries are by increasing the rate of killing by 25%, because the government also undid regulations that required employers to report the workplace injuries. So we have no way of knowing what this is doing to our fellow Americans, and we don't really know what this is doing to the birds who are ending up on our tables. And it is heartbreaking sort of all around. And we're saying this because it's a very current event. It may change. This may become sort of the norm across all sort of poultry processing plants in the U.S. before January. It is trying to get rushed through at the moment, unfortunately. So while we have our eyes forward to Veganuary, unfortunately, we also know that we need to act now and to continuously work to make the world a better place for these birds. And we want to take a moment to just thank everyone who has been supporting Catskill Animal Sanctuary, who has been supporting farmed animal sanctuaries like us, and the work of caring for all of these wonderful beings and looking out for one another as well. Because we have...
Cool.
We have been deciding to live each and every one of our days like the world is already a better place, to live like the world that we want to see. And so for us, Imogen and all of her friends are our friends. They're going to live a full and beautiful life here at Sanctuary. And hopefully all of these turkey snuggles will help to change some hearts and minds out there as well. Turkeys have certainly been one of my biggest surprises since getting to know rescued farmed animals. Who knew? Who knew? Turkeys!
And as we know now, you are easily surprised.
And as we know now, I am... Thank you, Lauren.
Isn't it great to have me back? Who missed the banter? Did you tell the people they're not going to get banter for a little bit?
I did tell the people that we are going to be on separate vacation schedules. Are you coming up here, Winter? Are you going to hop up here as well? Winter's right here, but I don't want to bother Imogen. I'll give you a little winter head there. We are... we're so grateful. We really, really are for your support, for, not just donating to sanctuaries like us, or perhaps for sponsoring sweet birds like Imogen, which you are certainly always welcome to do, but for really engaging with the work that we're doing, and for hopefully engaging with your communities, your friends and family, and sharing their stories, because it does make a difference. I really did not realize that turkeys would be such sweet beings before I started to get to know them. And I think even Malika, who's a little bit of a curmudgeon from time to time, she's a sweetheart. She's good. And even if she wasn't, I'd be happy to provide her a safe home where she could bully me all she wanted, as I am happy to do for Declan, who is in a few fields behind us. Oh, it's so windy. I did say it was windy, right? I said it was so windy that the pond was wavy and the poor wild ducks were like swimming like they're on the ocean. That wind is partly what just caused all of Imogen's feathers to fluff up there. I'm gonna
knock her over.
It knocked her over a little bit.
Oh, Imogen.
Imogen, look at this. This is nonsense. In the best possible way, right?
What a good bird.
The camera is very crooked right now. I'm very sorry. If Lauren wants to come and switch it around for us while I continue to give Imogen all of the hugs.
Ready? Whee! Oh, and then that's me. Let's switch the camera around now. There we go. All right, there we go. Oh, look at that.
So I did tell the people that my helper was going to be late today, Lauren.
Oh, good.
And is the camera still open?
Yeah, I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it. Give me a minute.
First, she's late.
I was not. I was late because I was doing another virtual program.
Yes.
So late, and I'm doing late in air quotes.
I did tell the people where you were.
Thank you.
Lauren is not slacking on her duties by any means.
Thank you.
Although she didn't bring lunch for the birds, so they might have a different thought on this.
Well, that's not my problem.
You should have brought lunch for the chickens, or at least a little snack. I know, right? It's terrible.
I'm sorry. I do hope they will forgive me.
Yeah. And I gotta say, I am also guilty. I startled Michael today. So I was debating whether or not to come to Imogen and do our turkey time with the sweet being, or if I was going to find Michael wherever she was wandering around and do our turkey time with her. But Michael was very much on a roll, so she was just busy walking around. I didn't think I was going to be able to keep up with her. With the whole camera setup, so I decided to come visit Imogen, who is delightfully sedentary. And when I saw Michael, I was just so happy to see her because she's such a perfect bird as well. And I exclaimed her name, and I said, "Oh, there you are!" And she had been very, very focused on a little patch of treats that she had found on the ground. And I caused her to jump up and just run forward. And then she realized it was me and she came running over to me. Which I think is also just such an indicator. They know who their buddies are. And keep this in mind because it might end up being a trivia question coming up. Did we have any questions coming through, Lauren?
Not that I have noticed yet. I'll just go scroll back a little bit. Oh, it's just people are just being really nice in the chat, you know.
Thank you, everyone.
We're so appreciative of our friends in the chat, whether you have seen every virtual sanctuary or whether this is your first one. In which case, you have a lot of backlog to watch. So.
And you know what? Watching all of these virtual sanctuaries helps Imogen get more cuddle time. To be honest, so are you grateful for them too, Imogen? Yes. And let's see if we can, I don't know if we can get a little bird, another chicken in here. I don't know if they look like that.
Oh, we do have a question, by the way.
Yes.
Martha would like to know, my hens would purr when they were petted. Do turkeys purr?
That's a good question. Hens definitely will sometimes purr, which is really cute when you have a little chicken purr going on. I've not really heard a turkey purr. I don't think it's something that they do.
They will make a cute little noise sometimes.
They will, and
none of it's a purr though.
And sometimes their heads will vibrate a little bit. It's not the most common thing, right?
Well, Heather says that counts, so.
Certainly Bruce the duck does his purr.
Oh,
where
Bruce.
his whole head is just fully vibrating. But No, the turkeys are, they don't tend to do much common, like, expression of affection, like purring in terms of their vocalizations. You just know that they're happy if they're snuggling in closer, if their head is a calm color. You know, there's no question when we're with her that she is happy and content. I love you. You're so good. Are you eyeballing one of the... Is that Val? No, that's Ohana.
You're like, Ohana better not come in and try to get in the way of my cuddles.
I know.
She's got her... See her little head poking up down there. There she is. She's coming around that way.
Imogen has... and now I'm looking at her band color. I might have done. From a... Yeah, Imogen's a little bit protective of her cuddle time with the humans, I have to say. It's your one flaw. It's also your strength. Right? And for those of you, by the way, if you participated in Petunia's Pledge back in October, you'll have gotten in your email some delicious fall harvest recipes that do not include these sweet beings on your table. And although our Thanksgiving cooking classes are finished up for now, our virtual classes, we do have a general holiday class coming up in December, online, virtual, that can help inspire some tasty, wonderful vegan ideas so that you can help create the world where Imogen and I and all of our fellow humans and turkeys and other birds can just live together peacefully without missing out on anything and still having so much love to go around. And it'll help keep the air we breathe cleaner, the water we drink cleaner, the earth from being quite as warm, hopefully. There are so many wonderful benefits, so many wonderful benefits to choosing to eat plants, love turkey. Oh.
Nobody saw that.
Nobody saw that.
Nobody saw
Choosing
that.
to eat plants and love turkeys and other animals, so that we don't have. Oh, we're adjusting. So she tipped over. I'm not sure if I tipped over Imogen, if the wind tipped over Imogen, if Imogen tipped over Imogen, or some combination of those three. But just like a cat, I don't know if anybody has ever not seen a cat fall off of something before, because you can't admit to ever having seen that. That's against cat rules. But if you've ever not seen a cat fall off of something before and then they try to just maintain overall dignity by pretending it didn't happen and then readjusting themselves, I think that's what that feather fluff just was. It didn't happen, right? Did we have other questions coming through here, Lauren?
We did not, so...
And how are we doing on time as well?
Let me check. Uh-oh. Oh, it is just about.
Yeah.
It is just about that time.
So what do we have coming up that we wanted to make sure folks knew about, Lauren?
I think Imogen.
He's like, if I'm not getting enough attention on this side, let me try this side.
Hello.
I don't know if I've made myself obvious, but I might hear.
Well, let's see. The next cooking class
Is in December.
Hey, what's going on with that movie about the pigs?
Oh my goodness, yes.
Right?
So we are doing between November 27th and December 4th. You can get a ticket to watch The Last Pig online anytime between there. And then on December 4th, we're going to be having a live Q&A with the director of the film, Allison, and our founder, Kathy. So you can get tickets to watch that live Q&A to the film, or about the film The Last Pig, which stars our pigs, Mario and Audrey. Not really stars, but you can spot them in it.
Audrey's in it.
Audrey is in it.
There's a very clear shot where it's very clearly Audrey, Remember, Audrey is the pig with the white tip on her ear. Then you'll see her.
Yeah. But this is all about the farm where they came from and why their farmer decided that he was going to rescue some of his pigs, and he was going to go ahead and start farming vegetables instead, which is a really brave decision when that's your livelihood. And he is a truly impressive person who inspires me daily. Sorry, this isn't about you. But yeah, so between November 27th and December 4th, you can watch the film. If you get tickets, I'm pretty sure we will have linked that by this point. Do you want to check out what's in the pocket?
Is there food in the pocket?
We were eating my jacket earlier.
Sometimes jackets have food in them.
They do. The horses will also pat down your pockets, especially me with this coat, because this coat is known on occasion to have some ginger snaps in it. So they will pat me down and just make sure. You never want to miss out on an opportunity, right? And then if you want to see more of Lauren or I, you could always book CIS Live, our virtual tours.
And that's what I was just going to mention, because Jane asked about if Imogen would be taking appointments to drop into family gatherings and things for Thanksgiving. And as we did say in the chat, we won't be able to schedule those for Thanksgiving Day itself, but there is a link right there if you do want to set up an appointment with Imogen or with another animal. You can have your people contact our people. Kaden, I think you and I are the animals people, right? We're like their secretaries.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
We handle all of the pesky key typing.
Yeah.
Handle the mice.
Yeah.
The computer mice. The mice can handle themselves.
Yeah. Excuse me. Hello. What about on this side?
She's just rounding me up. She's like, you seem to have lost attention span over when I was on your left side. So why don't I come over to your right side? You're perfect. You are you're something else. But yeah, so we actually are also going to be, you're going to be seeing soon some special sort of holiday party offerings with our virtual sanctuary that will be rolling out in the near future. So keep an eye out on for that. And if you don't get updates from us but want to, you can always sign up for our newsletter, Heard Around the Barn. And then you'll see when those holiday party offerings, where Imogen could definitely be scheduled for even very short drop-in. Yeah, you'll be able to figure out how to do that for her. Right? Yeah, you're perfect. And you know what? She's usually camera ready. She's pretty reliably camera ready. She woke up like this. So, we are going to sign out for today. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. I am going to be out for the next 3 or so virtual sanctuaries to just be on vacation. And if you want to see more of Lauren, and you'll get to see Lauren's face on the next... Lauren is giving me a face, and I'm not sure what that is.
I didn't know where you were going with... I didn't know you were going to say something sarcastic or not about if you want to see Lauren.
I'm going to have to go easier on Lauren, because apparently I'm making her defensive.
I'm very sad.
We love you, Lauren.
No, we will have along the way a couple special guests from some other staff members, so you will catch some different banter.
Yes.
But yes.
But Lauren will be on Tuesday at 1 o'clock right here. Thank you again so much, everyone. And if you want to keep supporting the sanctuary, keep following our virtual sanctuary. And have a great rest of your day, everyone. Stay
Bye-bye,
safe.
everybody. Bye-bye. Thanks so much.